All right, the San Francisco 49ers and Dallas Cowboys absolutely hate each other. And that hatred goes back a long way. This is not just today's rivalry, which we're going to see on Sunday at Levi's Stadium, but it's also your grandfather's rivalry. It's your father's rivalry. And obviously one that probably is going to extend far into the future. This is the most glamorous rivalry in the NFL. And guess where it started? Right behind me. This is Kezar Stadium, the original home of the 49ers, right in the middle of the city, in the corner of Golden Gate Park. Let's take a look around because the history here is awesome. The 49ers' final game ever here was a loss to the Cowboys in the January 1971 NFC Championship game. Bitter memories before they moved on to Candlestick Park, but also a lot of really good memories for the 49ers in what used to be behind me a 55,000 seat stadium. It was downsized in 1989 after they moved out, but this place used to be enveloped by fans. Fans used to be able to climb on the rooftops of buildings across the street and watch the game like it was Wrigley Field. So really a football version of Wrigley Field back in the day. And you know, some of the coolest relics are still here, including one that's right behind me. Why don't we go take a look at the famed Kezar Stadium tunnel. So that's Kezar Pavilion, which is an indoor arena, and it's connected to Kezar Stadium, this outdoor stadium, by the famed tunnel. Now this tunnel has got a lot of history because it will take you to the locker rooms, which are under Kezar Pavilion, and it took several NFL players from the locker rooms out to this field. And there used to be stands around this tunnel. As you can see, after the renovation, it's beautiful grass now. But where I'm standing right now, I'd have beer thrown on me. I'd have popcorn thrown on me. I have who knows what thrown on me. This was a vicious place to play. This was an actual home field advantage for the 49ers. So you could picture coming out of this tunnel and seeing 55,000 people going crazy, right? And we could walk all the way to the tunnel to see something that looks a little dingy, looks a little dark. I hope that it was better lit back in the day, but we can look all the way in and see a relic of the past. This is one of those treasures of San Francisco that's still here, treasures of 49ers history that is still in place, although it is inaccessible because you can't get through this fence. So these pillars are the former structural support of Kezar Stadium back in the days where it sat 55,000 people. You'd enter the stadium this way. You'd be under a roof right now. This was kind of the grand entrance into the former home, the original home of the San Francisco 49ers. So now we're standing on the field, and this is a field of many iconic memories, including the famous wrong way run. The Vikings' Jim Marshall, 1964, picked up a fumble from the 49ers and ran the wrong way. He was supposed to go that way. Instead, he went onto this end zone, and he scored a safety against his team.
Stops, throws, completes it to Kilmer up at the 30-yard line. Kilmer driving for the first down, loses the football. It's picked up by Jim Marshall, who's running the wrong way. Marshall is running the wrong way, and he's running it into the end zone the wrong way. Thinks he scored a touchdown. He has scored a safety.
So the 49ers benefited from that. They even congratulated Jim Marshall after. He must have felt terrible. And this is what I think is the coolest modern day part of Kezar Stadium. I'm sitting in seats from Candlestick Park. After Candlestick was demolished in 2015, they installed these seats here at Kezar. So the 49ers' former two homes, Kezar and Candlestick, now live in one. And obviously Kezar saw the birth of the 49ers Cowboys rivalry with that Dallas victory here in the final game of this stadium in January 1971. But about 10 years later, the 49ers got their revenge against the Cowboys at Candlestick. So fans sat in these seats that are now in Kezar at Candlestick to see Dwight Clark catch that pass from Joe Montana. And of course, fans sat in these seats to see the Cowboys torment the 49ers later in the 1990s, 92, 93. Then the 1994 season saw the 49ers get their revenge. That leads us to today. Levi's Stadium is going to be the host now, but there's plenty of history for 49ers Cowboys right here at Kezar and obviously at Candlestick. And maybe I pay a visit to Candlestick a little bit later this week.